Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. Also, correction, welcome back for another challenge. Get my challenges and leagues mixed up here. But let's see what we're up against. We're up against Dart, who we've played against a number of times. Lorville Devourer, Trigger. Was hoping for something like, I don't know, Rumble or K Command. We'll take the 6. Which means we're going to have the Commercial District Surveil, keep 6 on top and pass. This way we can cast 6 next turn. 6 has been performing okay as of recent. Definitely not the best, but definitely not the worst either. I'm still trying to come to grips of whether or not 6 is better than the 3rd Ice Till, though. And that I'm not certain about. I guess actually a better question might be, is it better than the 3rd Ice Till or better than the 3rd Formidable Speaker? Well, I think Speaker's numbers are worse than Ice Till by comparison, so I don't know. We'll have to wait till the end of the season to get a better picture of each individual card's numbers and go from there. Opponent will pass. We will draw. Let's go to combat. And swing with 6, mill. I will grab a temple. Unfortunately, we saw a double rumble there, but this does set us up for next turn. We'll play temple, cast talisman. Spell snare? Spell pierce doesn't work here. Spell snare, yep. Okay. I will pass. No reason to retrace that right now. So this does look like Wan Shi Tong, if I had to guess. Surveil. Which does mean they might be running Field of Ruin. Let me pull up their list real quick. Yes, they are still running for Field of Ruin. So I need to be mindful of that as we're sequencing our lands. Thankfully 6 will help with this, as we'll be able to dig for more. We will hold in case they target the lab of a field. Sure enough, there's the field. We'll draw. And there's a forest. Thinking, how do we want to proceed? Let's go to combat first. Attack with 6. I'll grab another temple. There's Devourer in yard. Love that. We'll get a second main. So I'm thinking we'll play Temple here and play Sire, a 7 death. I imagine this gets countered. We'll pass in full. The good news is we can retrace it next turn. Consult. Dig 3, pull 1. Matchups like this is where 6 definitely shines. Cling to Dust, hits Sprawl. And Sire resolves, which means they need a Sealgid's Edict to deal with it. But with 6 on board, Yep, that's going to be pretty difficult to deal with. So this is Wan Shi Tong. Win for game 1. Let's go to sideboard. Looking at their list, K-Return not doing too much. Bajuka Bog also not doing too much. Rumble Trim. They run 5 basics. I'm thinking Ghost Quarter out. In which case we can then bring in Heat and Dismember. And I think that might be about it. Yes, let's run it back like this. I think there could be some argument for Vexing Bauble or Flute, but kind of hit or miss there. Okay, this could be interesting. I will keep, I reveal, I will pass, surveil, trigger. There's a forest. I would like that shifting woodland, but I think forest is correct here, so we can go sprawl. Let's go forest. So we could start with sprawl here. Yes, I'll cast sprawl, go double green, and pass, and pass. This way we can play Mycospawn next turn if we want. Though we do need to be mindful of Consign and counter spells, as they do have a playset of Consign in the sideboard. Scouting Tarn pass. A second Mycospawn. Well, now there's an interesting thought to jam a first Mycospawn to burn a Consign. Yes, I think that is correct here. I think we just jam to reduce the possibility of a follow-up Consign. Mycospawn number 1. Fetch Scouting Tarn to 19. Next turn, though, we can kick a Mycospawn. Especially if the trigger resolves. If it doesn't, though, then we do put this Devourer at risk to try and kick. So give and take, I suppose. Watergrave Shock 17 for Wan Shi Tong. Wan Shi Tong is fine. They will end up drawing a card here. So Wan Shi Tong does replace itself as a result. But this does set me up for Devour of Destiny next turn. We'll pass in full. We'll pass. Field of Ruin. That does mean we are short on Devourer. We'll take 2. Looks like they're going to go for it. Field of Ruin. Yep. We'll grab a forest. So we need either a temple or 7-minute value spell for Devourer. No blocks. End step and draw. Stomping Grounds, so no dice there. We will attack. See if you want to trade out. I didn't imagine so, but worth a shot. I will... Debating whether or not I want to play the Stomping Ground. I'm going to say let's play the Ugin Lab. No imprint. And kick Myco. Myco Kick, we are going to hit the Watery Grave. This will trigger Wan Shi Tong, but it is what it is. Consign. Imagine hit the kick. Give me the search instead. I will grab a temple then. Wan Shi Tong will trigger and we'll pass. At least we got a consign out of hand now. So next turn we can attempt to devour the Wan Shi Tong. Double black, break the ice. That is break the ice. Wan Shi Tong will attack. And having vigilance is very relevant. We'll draw. Misty Rainforest. We're not gonna have another 7-mana value spell in hand to tuck, so we're gonna lab. No imprint. Cast Devourer. Attempt to exile Wan Shi Tong. Flooded Strand fetch 13. Watery Grave shock 11. Do you have another consigned memory? You do. How unfortunate. Well, not too much to be done there. We can't really attack in good faith, so we're going to pass and pass. Well, that certainly complicates things. We'll take 4 down to 9. We'll draw. Talisman. I will play Commercial District Surveil. Rumble. I'm not confident of Rumble's resolution, so I'm going to say we actually need to put this into the yard. I will play Talisman and pass. Paying cost for Consult. Dig 4, pull 1. And pass. Down to 5. We'll draw. Not what I wanted to see. Stomping Ground tapped. Cast another Talisman. And pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, if they have a subtlety here, they win. Consult. Again, dig 4, pull 1. Leaving up 2. Likely a counterspell. We'll pass. Field of Ruin. You can hit the temple, though it doesn't really do... Actually, it kills me. Never mind. Yeah, we'll concede at that point. Brutal. We just drew into nothing there. And apparently we're not going to draw anything for quite some time. Jesus. Alright. Well, let's go to game 3. We'll bring Rumble in and cut the gemstone and run it back. On the play for game 3, I will keep. I will reveal. Trigger. There's a temple. There's a Windswept Teeth. We'll grab temple. I will play temple and pass. And hold. Watergrave Shock 18. So that possibly represents consigned to memory or a stubborn denial. Not stubborn denial. What is it? Spell Snare, Jesus. We could command now, which plays into Consign, but plays around Counterspell. Yes. And done. Do you have Consigned Memory? You do not. Emrakul. So in that case, I think we actually will take both here. I will top draw and hold. So this tells me they likely don't have Consign. We'll draw. Stomping Ground Shock. Mycospawn Kick. Mycospawn Kick, target Watery Grave. You could pull out a Wan Shi Tong. Flooded Strand Fetch. Watery Grave Shock. There's the Wan Shi Tong. Resolve. Resolve. In that case, will grab a fetch. So we can grab a forest. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Wooded Foothill. Wan Shi Tong. I guess I should have just grabbed the forest shoot, right? I forgot about that. You know, Wan Shi Tong doing Wan Shi Tong things. Yield all. I did forget about that. Should just grab the forest instead of that. Because my thought was, well, we grab a fetch for future ice tills if we see them, but... And also it feeds our yard for Emrakul. I think we still go for it, knowing they don't have Consign. Of course, we're drawing them 2 cards, which I don't like. But I think it is still correct to go for the Rumble while shields are down. Ugh. That was definitely a bit of a misplay on my part. So, Devour, Talisman, Rumble, Heat. I will say no to all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, we're going to say no to all. And we're going to pass. So we have set up an Emrakul on turn 4. We'll pass. Island. Wan Shi Tong will attack. Down to 14, go to cleanup. Fatal Push will draw. Mycospawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So do we go for Devourer? Well, let's first go to combat. See if they want to trade. They have drawn 3 cards since our last cast, so it's possible they did draw into Consign. Devour of Destiny, targeting Wan Shi Tong. Did you draw into a Consigned memory? And there's the Consign. So we're 1 land short of Emrakul. And we'll pass. Field of Ruin can hit the temple. It will grow the Wan Shi Tong and take us off Emrakul as well. Which means we can't attack in freely either. I do wonder if there was some thought to playing Mycospawn into 6 last turn. We'll grab a forest. They choose an island. So now we are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 short of Emrakul. We'll take 4 down to 10. We'll draw. Heat. Interesting. I don't think they have much for 1 mana that can actually deal with Unholy Heat. They should have 1 Force Negation. So I'm thinking we go Unholy Heat. Do you have your 1 Force of Negation in hand is the question. You play around Spell Pierce, which is also a 1 of. So beside that, this should resolve. This way we can dispatch the bird, cast Myco, and try and set up for Emrakul the following turn. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'd have to go Temple with the Myco if so. I mean, if they had an out, I feel like they would take it. There's the Force Pitching Consult. So we are going to be forced to cast Myco then. Yield all. This will draw them a card and make the clock all that much shorter. But it is a necessary evil, I think. No attacks. That force was quite unfortunate. So it was freaking 1 of 2 is the upsetting part. This isn't the first time that 1 of has absolutely hosed me. Field of Ruin. The problem is, even if we resolve the Emrakul trigger, there's no guarantee we can actually deal with the Wan Shi Tong. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 will be 1 short, but deciding to attack with Wan Shi Tong first. Down to 5, unless you crack the field. You choose not to crack the field. Interesting. My thought here is that they have a subtlety in hand. World Breaker. Yes, my guess is that they have a subtlety in hand. No matter what, I think we have to cast the Emrakul. If you have Consign, you have Consign. If you have Subtlety, there's a chance that we do get through a turn. You have the Consign, so yeah, not much we could do there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Wan Shi Tong definitely makes our deck a lot more awkward since a lot of what we're doing is ramping, especially if Myco spawn, but no such luck. I will concede. Alright, well, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, and we're back for match number 2 on the draw for game 1. What do we pitch the gemstone? I'm thinking Sanctum. The reason being is I want the lab in case we draw into a 7-minute value spell for Speaker. We want the Shifting Woodland. So yeah, Sanctum out, we'll pass. If I remember correctly, last time we played against our opponent, they were on Living End. I guess we'll see if that is still the case. So best hits off the top here, probably a 7-minute value spell, as well as Rumble. Make it a little bit harder for them to want to Living End. We'll draw Talisman. So in that case, I will play Misty Rainforest Fetch for a forest, cast Talisman, and pass. Talisman resolves. So next turn we have Ice Till, Street Wraith Cycle, Misty Rainforest Fetch 17, Breeding Pool Shock 15 for Generous Ent for a cycle, Lushport, and we'll pass. Surveil. Keeps it on top. Nope, Waker Waves to yard. I stand corrected. Sprawl. Shifting Wood. Sprawl. For green. Ice Still. Do you have a Subtlety? Riverwinder. Cycle. Misty Rainforest Mill. Mycospawn to yard. I will pass. Hollowed Fountain. Shock 13. End step. Fetch. Surveil. Mill. Surveil. To yard. We'll draw. Misty Rainforest. Mill. Devour to yard. Fetch. Forest. Mill. Ugin's Lab. I'll go Misty Rainforest. Mill. Fetch. Stomping Ground. Shock. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we'll go tapped and mill. Rumble to yard. 5 types in yard. Cast Formidable Speaker. Formidable Speaker pitches Ugin's Lab. I'll grab a Sowing Mycospawn and cast Yield All. Majuka Bog. Target you. Yield All. Temple to yard. Let's go to combat. Swing for 2. All right. I would say that was a pretty productive turn. Yeah, so they very much do not want a living end right now because it will just give me a Devour Myco spawn at the very least. We have Shifting Woodlands primed as well. In fact, we have lethal on board. So let's see. We can go Temple and Mill, Forest and Mill. So how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will cast Sire's 7 Death. Yes. I will Shifting Woodland, target Devourer of Destiny. Besage. Endurance. In that case, I will... Do we go attacking? I mean, I guess it can only kill the Myco, so we attack in with these two. This is fine. Hit you down to 9. Yep, that's fine. 2/4 bodies for the win. Paying cost. Ardent Plea. They kind of have to based on the board state. Which does put us into a bit of an awkward position, I will admit. We'll draw. Well, that helps. Icetill Explorer. Subtlety. Sink the Stupor. Yield all. I will put that on top, and I'll pass. And pass. Generous Dent for a cycle. For a forest. Plays the forest. Exalted, take 5, down to 11, we'll draw. Cast Icetill. You have a Subtlety. You have a Subtlety. Oh boy. In that case, yield all. I think I have to put the bottom here then. And we'll pass. And pass. That's so unfortunate. Take 7 down to 4. 4 in hand, we draw. Talisman will not cut it. We will concede. Was there a world where we should have held the Cyrus 7 Death? Maybe. Jailer, Bauble, cut Emrakul. Trinosphere. Trim Gemstone. And let's run it back like this. Yes. Oh, we don't want the K returns. Whoops. Probably should have brought in Flute, I guess. There's Jailer. I will keep. My thought process with putting Icetill on top the first time was to potentially use the Stomping Ground in hand to mill enough cards to then turn on Shifting Woodland. But unfortunately, 'twas not the case. There's Myco. Interesting. So I'm thinking we go Stomping Ground, Shock, Rumble then. I will grab Ghost Quarter or Sprawl. Let's grab Ghost Quarter. And pass. Survey, or rather, cycle. Surveil. We'll draw. Temple. Kick the Myco. Myco kick. Hit the Hedge Maze. I will grab Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is some thought to grabbing something like Commercial District, I suppose. But we'll grab Temple for now. And pass. And pass. Next we can play Sanctum into Breaker. We'll draw. Let's first go to combat. I mean, I know for a fact that you don't have, whatchamacallit, consigned memory, so I can just keep on hitting your lands all day long. Sanctum trigger, yes. I will grab another Myco spawn. Or we grab another Breaker. Breaker's tempting, but Myco spawn also ramps us. I'm gonna grab the Myco. And pass. And pass 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. It can't play Living End unless you can count to 3. Alright, so we don't want the K returns. What do we want then? Maybe the Heats? No. Let's go Flute. Yeah, we'll go Flute, see how well that goes. I will say that's one downside of like cutting all of our large threats. That same move again, like, okay, how do I grab? Like the biggest thing, probably the best thing I can grab is whatchamacallit, Breaker or Devourer. But maybe we should have went Breaker that last game. We'll see. Yeah, we can always Flute and name Living End, but we have to do it prior to the resolution of Cascade is the problem. If only this hand had a forest. I'll mulligan. I will keep. I will pitch. I might actually pitch the speaker here. Yes, Flute will make it so that Living End would cost 3. Correct. I'll pitch speaker. We'll pass. Opponent kept opening 7. Misty Rain, passing, draw, Temple. We'll play Temple, pass. The problem here, of course, being that our opponent gets to 3 before we can kick the Myco. We'll hold. End cycle. Lushport. Lushport resolves. We draw. 6. Temple. Hold K command. We can exile K command in response to Living End if they have Living End. If it's Betrayal, not much we can do. So we'll let the Cascade resolve. Is it Living End? Wait, what? What? Wait. What? What just? What? What? What just happened? Opponent doesn't have any of their cascade spells. Huh? Did they forget the sideboard? Or are all of their cards in hand? But why would they keep an opening 7? Unless. No, they're on the play. So their opening hand had. Like, there's one of two explanations here. Either A, their opening hand has all of their cascade spells, or B, they didn't sideboard them in, but they definitely sideboarded out Living End. Huh? Okay. Well, sure. I'll take the win. We'll be back for match 3. All right, and we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. I will keep, we'll pitch the sprawl, and done, and pass. An early 6 would be nice. Supposedly our opponent might be playing the land destruction list that we played yesterday. Flagstones. So, do we really have to worry about Mana Tithe? We do. That's so obnoxious, though. That is so obnoxious that I have to even consider that a threat. So it might be best for me to play around it, though. Because if the talisman gets countered, we can't play 6. And that would be frustrating. So maybe just play a temple and pass. We'll draw. Might go. I so want to play this talisman. I really do. But if it gets Mana Tithe, we can't. We'll play a temple, we'll pass. Next turn we can go for the talisman. Sunbait Canyon. Do you have Price of Progress? Boom Bust. That's obnoxious. It isn't a battlefield tap, so this means we can play the talisman next turn, which is nice. Yep, tapped. Opponent's Tinkin. So I'll go Lab, Imprint, Talisman, set up for either Microspawn or 6 next turn. Devourer. We'll tuck the Emrakul. We're nowhere near casting that right now. We'll pass. And pass. Another Boom Bust would be a problem. Portable Hole. Well, I was not expecting that. Play the Wooded Foothills, I'm passing. Again, I'm going to play around the possibility of a Mana Tithe. Pain Cost. Suppression Field. Activated abilities will fetch now. I will fetch now, thank you very freaking much. That is in fact an activated ability. So do I play Mycospawn next turn? Or do I play 6? I guess 6's ability is in fact not an activated ability. So we'll go Commercial District Surveil. Ice Till's nice. Yes. I'm gonna go Ice Till. Ice Till top. In which case I'm gonna play Myco Spawn, I think. You miss your land drop though. We'll draw. There's Ice Till. Myco Spawn guarantees me a forest so we can rebuild. Going 6 though might as well. Retrace is not an activated ability, I don't believe. May cast permanents from your graveyard by discarding a land in addition to their... I think it's just an alternative casting cost. I'll play Temple. Let's play 6. We'll pass. Since they're missing land drops, I think going for a kicked Myco Spawn might be very relevant, and 6 can help us get there. And we'll pass. Opponent's passing. We'll draw. Ugin. Attack with 6. We're looking for a land off the mill. Attack. 6 mill. Show me a land, please, so I can kick this Myco. There's Sanctum. We'll grab the Sanctum then. And next we get to kick, or now we get to kick Myco. They can still mana type the Myco, but that's fine right now. The 6 connect. I'm fairly certain my opponent is double queuing. They're taking a while between priority passes, to say the least. Well, this will allow me to kick the Myco, hit the Sacred Foundry, ramp into Ice Till, and I'm pretty sure they can't do anything about Ice Till. So once that hits board, it's pretty much GG's. Like, let's look at their list real quick. Yeah, I do not see any outs to Ice Till. Sanctum. Kick the Myco. We could also consider Ugin, yeah. But the only way we get into Ugin is as long as they don't have any more land destruction. Which, to be fair, they've missed their land drop, so it's going to make it pretty hard for them. You know, it's actually kind of funny. If they do Mana Tithe Myco Spawn, we're kind of okay with that because with Retrace, we can kick again. So they're almost incentivized not to Mana Tithe the Myco Spawn. There's also a world where we grab Ghost Quarter. How many basics do you run? You run 2. It's really tempting for me to grab Ghost Quarter. And the reason being is we can Ghost Quarter on land, grab a forest, play the Ice Till, and then grab back the Ghost Quarter twice. That is tempting. I will grab We go a forest or a fetch into. It's either fetch or ghost quarter. I'm kind of liking the idea of ghost quarter actually. But I think a fetch for... We already have a fetch in yard for ice still, so we don't need another fetch necessarily. We could also go shifting wood. You know what? Yeah, let's go shifting wood. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 for Devourer. I mean, between 6 and Ice Till, I really don't see them hitting us for enough lands for it to matter. Because I guess they could Boom Bust, but one will pass. Gemstone. We will cast... Actually, before we do that, let's go to combat. Yeah, let's go to combat first. Attack with 6, Myco for 5. And then we'll Ice Still. Ugin is up, but they could still actually have a Mana Tithe, so I want to play around the possibility of Mana Tithe. Because they run 4 of them, and I'd rather not get hit by that if I can help it. We whiff on the 6, but that's fine. We could play Devourer. Actually, Devour is tempting. We go land, Devour, eat the portable hole. That way we can guarantee its resolution. So let's go Gemstone, Devour of Destiny. And this is lethal on board as well. Take out the portable hole, don't care about the suppression field. Sanctum of Ugin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say yes. I'll grab a what at this point? I don't know. We'll just grab a Myco Spawn. Can't play Magic if you don't got lands, friend. Yep, so this is lethal on board. I imagine you scoop. Lightning Bolt target me? Sure. You could have Lightning Bolt hit the Myco, though. And draw. Let's go to combat. Because at least the Myco would have given you another turn, but I guess then we're just going to kick the Myco, so it doesn't exactly matter. 6 mil. And did. Land destruction, win for game 1. Let's go to sideboard. So K returns out. Unholy Heat is in. Let's look at their list again. Sideboard, Bolt, March, Bauble, Rest, Prison. Aurelia's Vindicator. Boil. Flashfire. We definitely keep the Ice Till. You can drop a Juka Bog. I think that's about it. Yeah, there's not much else that I think we need to bring in. Let's run it back like this. I do not think that this list is well positioned against ours. We just have a ton of ramp, both land and non-land ramp. We have Ice Till to recur. We have ways to dig for lands with 6. We have ability to, whatchamacallit, untap lands for more mana. Yeah, I don't see a world where this list wins against Eldrazi Ramp. At least not easily. I wouldn't say if this is who can destroy lands faster or better. I think it really comes down to more accurately who can, like, in my case, I'm just, if I can just ramp out of range, it doesn't matter. We'll keep this. Again, we have to play around Mana Tithe, which is annoying though. Sacred Foundry tapped. Can I find a lab? Lab would be good. Sprawl would be good too. Temple. I'll take the temple or the forest. I'm gonna say let's go forest and pass. Yeah, probably no Mana Tithe, given they played the Sacred Foundry tapped, but that's another one possibility, I suppose. Flagstones. Price. No? No price? No boom bust? Okay. We'll draw. Sprawl. Do we rumble or do we talisman? We play temple either way. I will... See, like, Sprawl's kind of a liability because of price of progress. I'm tempted to Sprawl after Talisman. Let's go with Talisman. Sprawl. This way, if in an instance opponent will price of progress, we still have the kicked Myco next turn. Yeah, so no matter what now, we have kicked Myco, whether they boom bust, whether they price of progress, what have you. Yep, pillage. I guess now we don't. Yeah, pillage or Stone Rain was the out there, I suppose. So in that case, thinking we go rumble. Lab temple. I'll play the temple. Or grab the temple. Yeah, we'll grab temple. We'll play temple. Breaker and yard, which is nice. Basically, we just need to make sure that we have a pocket full of lands. Or handful of lands. Both. Sacred Foundry. Obsidian Charmal. Temple. We'll float to make them sweat. We have kicked Myco next turn. We have heat for Charmal. Sanctum. Do I want to kick Myco to grab Stomping Ground? Let's kick Myco. Myco kick. Do we hit the Flagstones? I think I do to avoid potential upside of Boom Bust. Do you have Mana Tithe? There's the Mana Tithe. That's fine. Like, the 3/3 body's not doing too much right now. I will grab... I'm thinking Stomping Ground Shock for the heat. Yes. Stomping Ground, Shock, and heat while mana's down. We'll pass. Next turn we can pick up Breaker if we want. Portable Hole, rude. Paying cost 4, rest in peace, rude. We'll draw. Sprawl. So in that case, I'm thinking we just go Stomping tapped, Sprawl. 4 green. 2, 4, 5, 6. We'll pass. Crack, draw card. We draw. K command is very good. That primes Ugin. Paying cost for Damp Sphere. In response, we ramp and scry draw. And we hold up 1 for the Mana Tithe. Actually, cancel, float, resolves. Because now they can't cast the Mana Tithe unless they have a land. So now we can just tap full out. And done. Sanctum trigger. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not enough to get to Emrakul. Do I say yes to this? I think I'm gonna say no. So yield all, no. Trigger. There's Ice Still, there's Ghost Quarter, there's Rumble. We don't have a clean way to deal with the Damp Sphere, but we can deal with the Rest in Peace. I mean, I feel like we're just in a very good position right now with the Ugin. I don't want Windswept Teeth right now. Shifting Woodland's kind of dead until further notice. Ghost Quarter Ice Till is nice. Rumble. Shifting. Okay, I think I have an idea. So I want to go top, 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 draw. I has ideas. I has ideas. You have 1 card in hand, friend. Or I guess 2 cards in hand, 1 mana, rather. What do? Not to mention your Damp Sphere is now taxing you for whatever you want to do. Though, opponent probably now has stepped away and is playing the other match. Oh, look at that. Alrighty. So, opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. That works too. So yeah, the idea here was going to be we're going to Ugin, exile Rest in Peace. We'll sack the spawns, sack the Sanctum, sack the spawns, tap the Sanctum. We can then play Rumble into Ice Till and start Ghost Quartering them because they only play 2 basics, and with the Mountain here, we should be good. So yeah, 7, leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, which then would leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we would then be able to pick up the Ghost Quarter off of the Rumble, because 1, 2, 3, 4. We see the Ice Still, pick up the Ice Still, leave Ghost Quarter shifting in Yard, and then Ghost Quarter them twice. That'll knock them down to just 2 mountains. And that's a pretty good position to be in, if I do say so myself. But with that being said, we'll be back for match number 4. All right, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. We'll keep. A little bit slow, but it's a nice till on 3, which is nice. We can play Misty Rainforest, fetch Surveil to start. Maybe find a Rumble or K command. Opponent will mulligan down to 6. Opponent's also WQing in the Legacy Challenge, so I imagine they're going to take some time between party passes. So I keep 6. What's going on here? Do you have a gemstone? Puts a card on bottom, begins game with 6, but priority has not been passed, which tells me they have a pre-game action. Could be Gemstone, could be Leyline on the Guild Pack, could be Devourer. Those are the main 3 that come to mind. There's Devour, so it's some form of Eldrazi deck. Oh, let's Mr. Rainforest pass. We'll get more of an idea here in a second then. If it's Tron, this hand might be too slow. Once we find a Myco spawn, we'll see. Devourer will trigger. Ugin's Lab, Fleshraker. Okay, so it is in fact Tron. So I desperately need to find a Ghost Quarter Myco spawn ASAP. What say you, opponent? What? Opponent passed through their turn? What? What? Okay, sure. And this here, friends, is why we don't double queue. We'll fetch Surveil. Sire to yard. Because they clearly pulled a card with Devourer. So I can't imagine they kept a no-lander. Talisman. I will play a forest, play a talisman. Yep, play a forest, play talisman, and pass, and pass. So next turn we have Ice Till. And we're going to try and ramp into Breaker. Wooded Foothill. We'll play the Sanctum, cast Ice Till. Actually, there's a world where we want to tuck the Breaker with Lab. And the reason they're being is whatchamacallit, TKS. So we're going to imprint. Yield all. Of course we mill over our Myco, but I think it's the best play. Because next turn, as long as Ice Till sticks, we have the Breaker. If they play TKS here, then they hit nothing. What say you, friend? Lab. Lab Imprint Devourer. Okay. Is this a TKS? Was I right? I was correct. Perfect. We played around the TKS. You'll see I have nothing but lands. End step. I will return Breaker to hand. We'll draw. Devourer. I will play Misty Rainforest Mill. K return can sweep the TKS, but it would also sweep the Ice Till, which I don't like as much. I'll grab a Forest and Mill. Temple and Mill. Another Temple primed. And like, I don't care too much about the TKS right now. We'll hit the lab. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Yep, playing around the TKS was the right move. So we'll bring in Flute. We'll bring in Heat. We'll cut the K return, cut the Bog, trim a Rumble, and a Devourer, and run it back. Yeah, opponent definitely misclicked while duo queuing and passed through their first turn, which, I mean, it allowed me to accelerate ahead of the TKS, so I cannot complain. K command, Rumble. Not my favorite hand, but it's workable. They'll begin their opening 7. I'll keep. We'll pass. Temple. So no Tron start. 2. Cycle K command. Oh. Oh. This is Eldrazi Aggro. This is not Eldrazi Tron. Well, that changes things. Commercial District Surveil. Sprawl Top. Pass. Pass. Lab Imprint for a TKS. No Imprint. Flesh Raker. It is a Flesh Raker. Attack for 2, down to 18. We'll draw. Sprawl. For green. Rumble. For Temple. And pass. And hold. Next turn we can kick Micah, or we can K command the Flesh Rake. Hit that Heralds. Okay. Yield all. Yeah, the Hit that Heralds are definitely going to make things a bit difficult. That's 7 damage down to 9. Not a fan of that. 2. Damping Sphere doesn't do too much, though it is kind of annoying, I will admit. Yes. Yeah, because we can't kick Micah Spawn next turn, but I don't think even doing that would have been the right play anyways. We'll take the 7 down to 8. We'll draw. They know about the Temple. We'll play the Temple. And then we can K command X equals 3. The question is, do we get rid of the Flesh Rake or get rid of an Hit That Heralds? I think we have to get rid of Flesh Rake. So I'm going to K command Ramp and Exile. Exile the Flesh Rake. And Flesh Rake is down. That Heralds are still a bit of an issue, but they're not the end of the world. So I'm thinking next turn we Breaker, and the question is, what do we break? We do have to block, actually. Yep. So go blocks, we block. I think I block all here. Next turn we can Myco spawn. Seems like they might have a K command in hand, potentially. Windswept Teeth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 3, 4. So not enough for Talisman Plus. In that case, we will cast Myco Spawn, Yield All. Ghost Quarter is tempting but unnecessary, especially because it does give them a colored source that they might be missing for the Line Breaker. So instead, I'm thinking we might just go for either a Forest or Temple. I will grab... Actually, Shifting Woodland's also tempting. Yeah, let's grab Shifting Woodland. And I'll play Stomping Ground tapped. And pass. Next turn we can cast Breaker, activate Sanctum, and Prime. Do you have a K command X2? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd be down to 1. Yep, so K command X2. So they can ramp and scry draw, would be what I guess here. Yep, that makes sense. Because now they can attack in, we can trade with an It that heralds, and we'll be down to 1. Bottom, draw. So our only real top deck that we can have here is a Sire 7 Death. And there's a K command. TKS takes Breaker. That is a problem. I mean, yeah, if they just attack all in, we are now reliant on top decks. We're forced to block. Breaker wasn't the solution anyways. We'll draw. K command. K command is a solution, however. We'll play Sanctum of Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So we hold the K command. No reason to cast it now. Goes to combat, goes to attacks. So I'm going to do what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to ramp and exile. Exile It that heralds. X equals 5. Because that removes the Eldrazi spawn. So it removes 4, 5 damage worth. Done. Sanctum trigger. Yield all. Yes. From here, do we grab Cyrus 7 Death or Emrakul? I think I'll grab the Emrakul. Because again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. Yes, we'll grab Emrakul. We'll go to blocks. We'll block the TKS. Second main, 3 in hand. Paying cost. Flesh Raker. Passing? Why would you play the Flesh Raker? You should have pocketed it. That's an interesting choice. We'll play Emrakul. Unless you have a K command X1. I guess actually, pause. Windswept Teeth, pass. Do you have a K command X1 to close it out? Rude. Very rude of you. Oh, you don't? Then why the hell did you play the Flesh Raker? I don't understand. There's like no reason for you to do so. Okay. Line Breaker, sure. We'll go to combat. Like, if you just had pocketed the Flesh Raker, you potentially could have won. But by playing it, this means that we can just get rid of the Flesh Raker. And the Flesh Raker can just win from non-combat damage. Weird choice is weird. Can't play the Line Breakers, can't play the Devours, we're good. Like, the Dam Sphere is actually hurting them more than it's hurting me, funny enough. There's the Cavern of Souls. So now you can play Line Breaker. You can't attack this turn, though, but you can try and attack next turn. Well, that is Trixie now, isn't it? Line Breaker. Target self, okay. We'll draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It gains us some life, but is that enough to survive is the question. Because they'll have 2 Line Breakers. We can block 1. I don't have anything else in Yard. 2 Shifting Woodlands, the problem. So we can jump up to 3. Or jump up to 4. We block. But I'm pretty sure we die to other Line Breakers, the only problem. If only we had something else in our yard worthwhile, but we don't. Ugin, no targets, yield all. Plus draw card, Devourer, no such luck. We'll pass. I'm pretty sure they win by splitting Line Breaker damage. Well, let's make sure they see the line. There's the Line Breaker number 2. Yep. Yield all. Yeah. So unfortunately we lose as a result. Yep. We block. We take 6. Yeah, even if we had the extra spawn, it wouldn't have been enough. We needed another blocker, so like Devour, for example. Alright, lost for game 2. Now we know what we're up against. We can actually sideboard correctly. Okay. So in that case, Gemstone out for sure. Rumble back in. Flute out. Dismember in. Run it back. Yeah, I do wonder if the Sire would have been the better choice. No, we would have lost, I'm pretty sure, if we had done that. So I think we had to go to Emrakul, especially because they play the Flashbreaker for some odd reason. On the play for game 3. That looks like a mulligan to me. Like, yeah, we have early Dismember, but that's about it. Let's mulligan. Hand's not much better, but it's workable. It is top deck reliant, though, is the only problem I see here. We have the early removal. We don't have much else going for us beside that. But going down to 5 here seems risky. What are our top decks? Honestly, I'm tempted the Mysterian Force Surveil. Opponent kept 7. We'll keep. Pitch the Ghost Quarter or the Sanctum? Pitch the Sanctum, actually. Shows Devourer. Misty Fetch for a forest. Sprawl for green. And pass. And pass. Devourer will go digging. If we could find an ice still, that would be fantastic. Temple. Do you have it that heralds? You do. Nope, the Wastegate. That's fine. We'll draw. Emrakul. Not exactly what I wanted to see here. Talisman. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter hit Temple and pass. Again, if I can find a ice till here off the top, that would be fantastic. Mountain, okay. Damping Sphere again, sure. Do I dismember the Wastegate? I don't think I need to. We have time. Draw. Wooded Foothill. We'll play the Wooded Foothill and pass. All right. Like, the Damping Sphere there didn't actually slow us down at all because the Sprawl ignores Damping Sphere. There's a Waste. That's all their basics. There's Line Breaker. Prior to combat, we're going to Dismember. Line Breaker down. Yeah, an ice still here would be gas. We'll fetch Surveil now. Down to 12, Surveil. I'll just A blocker here would be nice at this point. So something like 6, Myco Spawn, Ice Still, all of the above would be fantastic. Emrakul is not it though. We'll pass. I will say we are one type away from shifting wood. I'll take 2 down to 10. We'll draw. Lab. Boy. I'll play the shifting wood and we'll pass. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 5 short of Emrakul. Blast Zone 1. TKS hits Emrakul in hand. And that's annoying, though we were kind of far off of that anyways. I guess maybe we could have Ugin Lab, but then we can't necessarily attack with the shifting next turn. Give and take. We'll draw. Dude. We're drawing nothing but lands here. Green. Lab. Pass. We'll take 6 down to 2 at this point. Secluded Courtyard. Name Eldrazi. Do we lose? We lose to a Line Breaker. We lose to a It That Heralds. Okay, thankfully neither. Down to 2. Can we draw into something of relevance, please? What saves us, though? We'll draw. 6 does not save us. We will concede. Yes, we will concede. Unfortunate. We got varianced. Alright, we'll be back for match number 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Opponent will get down to 6. We'll pass. I need some accelerations, so either Talisman or Sprawl. Myco Spawn. In that case, we'll Stomping Ground tapped and pass. And pass. Temple. Talisman. Okay. 4 mana. We draw. Play Lab. Imprint Emrakul and pass. Worst case scenario here is a kicked Myco. Main. Formidable Speaker. Pitching what for what? Vibrance. For Myco. Land for turn. So I need to find a temple off top, ideally. And done. Kozilek's Command is not a temple, but it might be still correct to keep. That is interesting, because that's an X equals 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We also could just Myco Spawn Ghost Quarter next turn. You know, we'll keep it, put it on top. We'll draw. Ugin. Sanctum. Cast Myco. Yield all. Grab Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter target Temple. And pass. They grab a forest, so now it comes down to whether or not they have a another land. We'll pass in full. Well, I guess they would need another temple. Or soul land, rather. Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Myco. Do you grab Ghost Quarter? If so, we can fight the good fight, especially because we have the Ice Till in hand. So at the lab, that's actually perfect for me and not for you. No attacks. We draw. Temple. We're going to say no to Temple. Instead, playing the Ice Till. Actually, no, we are actually going to go to Myco Spawn. Well, this is interesting, because I am worried about a potential Airghast. We haven't seen all their basics, so let's take a look at their list real quick. How many basics do they run? They run 3. Looks like 2 Airghast, 1 Vibrance. Interesting. I don't think there's a clean way to take them off of the Airghast line, but I think we do kick the Myco. Myco spawn. Myco kick the Forest. I will grab Temple. Yes, we'll grab Temple. And pass. No attacks. And pass. Opponent's passing. We'll draw. Commercial District. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could K command. See, I'm tempted to try and find a way to K command out this Myco, but I think we just go the Ice Till. So I will start with Ice Till. Take off your red sources. Ghost Quarter. Mill. Sire to Yard. Ghost Quarter Stomping Ground. They do not float. Ghost Quarter. Mill. Ghost Quarter targets Stomping Ground. And at this point, I'm going to go to combat and attack in with the Myco spawns. Yes. Blocks 1, that's fine. And we'll hold. And Bone scoops it up. We got the win. Thank you, Ice Till. Let's go to sideboard. So we're going to want this member in. K returns out. We keep the Bajuka Bog, trim a Rumble. I'm thinking we want to maybe bring in Flute or bring in Heat, potentially. This one's kind of interesting because the Dismembers are definitely in. I mean, Heat does deal with a lot of their board if we have... Three Ball actually does tax Airghast. Yes, it would tax it at the very least. That's an interesting thought. Honestly, that might not be a horrible idea. You want the gems, so we want that. I'm thinking maybe we dump the 6. I don't think this is a matchup for 6, to be honest. And run it back. Yeah, Trinisphere is a weird one, but that might be right. Speaking of. I'll keep. We'll pass. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Keep 6. Verting cat. Pass. Draw. Dismember. Wooded Foothill fetch for a forest. Sprawl for green. And pass. Next turn I'm tempted to go Rumble Sprawl. Surveil. Emerald Yard. We'll pass. Arena of Glory. Paying cost for Talisman. We'll draw. Devourer. Play Talisman. Cast Rumble. Finds Mycospawn. Utopia Sprawl for green. And pass. A Mycospawn here would be rough, admittedly, but opponent will scoop it up, and we got the win. Solid. We'll be back for match number 6. Alright, and we're back for match 6 on the play for game 1. We'll keep. We have to angle for Emrakul here, because I'm assuming Nathan is on Titan. And pass. And pass. We'll start with Rumble. There's Saga trigger. Amulet. Yup. And it's Titan, alright. Gemstone. Let's start with Rumble. There's Mycospawn. I will play Temple. And pass. So we can kick the Urza Saga next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might have to go for Ghost Quarter next turn as well. But if they go for Spelunking, then we need to be off of Ghost Quarter. Nope, we need to go Ghost Quarter. Oh, you son of a freaking... Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Do you have the turn 2 win? Grazer. So you have GSC, and you need 1 more mana? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh-huh. T-West. Summoner's Pact for Titan. They have... Actually, no, they even... Oh, no, they probably do still go Titan here. There's Titan. With 2, they can go... Mirror Pool and Lotus Field, yeah? I mean, this is the GGs. They have it. I have nothing. So, Wizards. Why in the fresh hell did we not ban Lotus Field? Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'll just concede. Amulet Titan, loss for game 1. We had such a good turn. Like, we had such a good turn 1, turn 2 on the play. And we never made it to our turn 3. Freaking wild. What do we want here? Disruptor Flute, cut the K returns. Trim out Gemstone. We want heat. We could consider fade, actually. Maybe we go fade instead of heat. The thing is, heat can deal with a Titan, which is relevant. Let me pull up my sideboard guide. Amulet Titan. We decided trim out Bog, trim out Ugin, or trim out Bog, trim Ugin, and run it back like this. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. Well, that sure was a game. Trying to think what opponent will bring in here. Let's take a look at their sideboard. They'll bring in probably 6. Yeah, I'll probably update the sideboard if we do go to an RC. Because we definitely need a tech for Titan for sure. On the play for game 2, I will keep. Opponent will mulligan. Commercial District Surveil. Temple Top pass. Full pass. And pass. Again, angling towards Emrakul. Temple. Rumble. Whiff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'll take the forest? No, I'll take the sire. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll take the sire. And we'll pass. And pass. I'd love to see a Myco spawn off top, please. Simic Growth Chamber. 2. Boseiju. Amulet. Grazer. There's no way. Do you have the Scape Shift? No. GSC 1. Grazer. Yeah, we're good. What the fuck? What the fuck? Please, for the love of God. When someone tells me in as many words that Amulet Titan is not that good right now, I am just going to show them this freaking match. That's all I'm going to do. Like, I'm just going to sit them down, say, please watch these games. Please just watch these games. Just do me a favor and watch these games. And tell me Titan isn't good. For fresh hell. Oh, I mean, Nathan and Guildleaf is a fantastic pilot. Like, I need to make that clear. They are a freaking amazing pilot. But, like, goddamn. We just got turn 2'd back to back. Ridiculous. Utterly freaking ridiculous. Alright, well, on that note, we are going to end the video there with a 3-3 record at the end of 6. I mean, honestly, the matches are all really good. I really cannot complain. Wan Shi Tong definitely is a bit of a difficult matchup. I think one that we do need to think about a little bit more. I do think that I'm probably not playing against it in a way that I need to in order to be successful into that matchup. So I think that will just be a little bit more experience-based. I think Sequencing wise, I think there's also an argument for maybe Chrysalis if the Wan Shi Tong list becomes a bit more relevant. Eldrazi Aggro. I mean, they just kind of we got variance in game 3. Not too much we can do about that, unfortunately. And then Titan going to Titan. Honestly, even if I plan like a sideboard outside of like straight up Magus of the Moon, which we wouldn't have even been able to play on turn 2. I don't know. I don't know at this point like what you do about Titan, to be completely honest. Like Damp Sphere, maybe we run Dampening Sphere. Hell, that would have actually helped, I suppose. But yeah, Titan doing Titan. And maybe one day, Wizards will have a good thought and ban something out of it. But until that day happens, yeah, Titan's just going to dominate formats when it's played by competent pilots because it is, in my opinion, the best deck in the format when piloted by someone competent. Like, they don't even need to be as good as Nathan of the Guilt Leaf. Just like a smidge or percentage as good, and you can still dominate with this deck is the upsetting part. But most people don't even get to that point because there is a steep learning curve. I will say that, regardless. All right. Well, on that note, we will end the video there. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failure, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you're reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. However, I may not be live on Saturday, February 14th. For obvious reasons. I'm going to spend time with my partner. We're going to go out to dinner. Hopefully we didn't make reservations, which was a bit of a mistake. C'est la vie. So might not be a stream tomorrow, might not be a video on Sunday. We'll see. If you don't already follow me on socials or aren't in my Discord, join those. That way you'll know if I go live. But otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.